Have you ever found yourself confused with a text, post, or comment made online because of the way it was worded? Has there ever been a time you sent a text and someone took the wording completely different than what you had intended? If you use your phone as much as I do, the answer to these questions is most definitely yes. Cue absence is where social cues that usually happen in person, such as tone and facial expressions, are much more difficult to convey in an online setting. This often leaves messages vulnerable for misinterpretation and capable of hurting one's feelings. The distance between you and the receiver of the message also plays a valuable role in the absence of cues. What are they really feeling? How can you understand this person's emotions if they are responding 30 minutes after the text was sent? Emojis can only relay so much information, mimicking an in-person interaction. Asynchronicity creates a barrier of understanding emotions when it comes to communicating. And here are some experience we have dealt with that show just how difficult online interactions are.
So from my personal experience, I've had a couple miscommunications while texting other people because of cue absence. And specifically within texting, it can be hard to tell the sender's implications of their text messages, especially because of the use of emojis and punctuation, and also the use of or the different spelling of different words. An example of this would be the word okay. So there's a couple different ways that you could say this. You can say okay using O-K-A-Y, okay using O and K using just K, and also KK using two Ks. And all these different ways to say okay mean different things. Adding punctuation and emojis into that mix can make it even more confusing for the receiver, and especially because you cannot tell tone over text, this is just another way that cue absence plays a role, specifically in texting, which is something that most people use daily.
In my own personal experience, reposting someone's quote or meme like these can come across very differently to my followers than I really originally meant for them to. I've had friends message me after seeing my Instagram story asking what I meant by the post or was it about them. So cue absence causes any post to be up to the viewer's interpretation, since there's no body language, no eye contact, and you can't hear the person's tone of voice. It's really easy to have a misunderstanding. You may have meant something totally different or just posted it because you generally related to it, but with no single person in mind. That's why it's very important to be careful what you post on social media. It's out there for anyone to see and can hurt someone's feelings even when you didn't mean to.
Cue absence is prevalent in a lot of ways through social media, texting, and plenty of other forms of asynchronous communication. Whether it's Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, or other messenger apps, it's quite difficult to understand a person's true meaning through a screen. Posts, comments, and messages can all have tone and emotions easily misconstrued. Sometimes even phone calls can have elements of cue absence because a big part of how humans interact, aside from regular talking, comes from their facial expressions and body gestures. Some ways to overcome cue absence would be using apps where direct face-to-face communication is available, such as Snapchat, where you can send pictures and videos conveying what you mean. And another solution that I found is sometimes emojis can be helpful because they can sometimes show expressions or emotion that you were intending.